Hello everyone, my name is Andrea. If you don't know me, you should subscribe, but today I'm going to be doing my TBR for October. If you haven't heard, by some chance, in October I am co-hosting a readathon with a lot of my friends, which is called the Trick or Treatathon. We've done this for 3 years in a row now. I love it. It's like the best time of the year. And our prompts this year and the theme is so fun. So we're going for a slasher movie theme, and every prompt has to do with a different slasher movie. If you want to know more details, check out my announcement video. We also have a Twitter and an Instagram that we run and put updates on as well. If you want to check those out, follow us, join us on our readathon. Let us know what your TBR is by posting a picture. If you do post a picture on Twitter or Instagram and tag us, let us know. We're doing a giveaway as well, so you could win a book off your Amazon wishlist if you do that as well. Just want to say that, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into the 9 prompts to tell you guys the books that I'm going to be reading in October. Also, really quick, want to mention that I have the join channel membership feature on my channel now. If you want to check it out, click the link below that says join and you can check out my cool perks and levels and things like that. Okay, so like I said, there's 9 prompts. I have the little card of all the prompts, which I'll put on the screen as well. If you want, you can check that out on our Instagram. But I love October. Like, you don't get it. I'm a Scorpio. My birthday is October 23rd. I just think October is the best month out of the year, and I just have always thought that. Obviously, it's because it's my birthday. Obviously, I love spooky stuff, Halloween. I don't know, it's just the vibes, just finally just getting into the fall, darker vibes. It's just, I thrive. I love it. This October, me and my husband have a very special trip planned for my birthday, so I won't even be in my hometown on my birthday, which is like great. But I'm going somewhere that I have to fly there, so I'll be on a plane. So some of these books I knew I was gonna read before even looking at the prompts, because I knew, like, I'm gonna be on a plane, I can read these books in one sitting. It's just gonna be the perfect time, perfect atmosphere where I'm going. So yeah, I had to make those fit, and I think I did really well of fitting everything. So let me just get started with prompt 1. So prompt 1 is based off of the movie Halloween, and it's a book with autumnal vibes. My dog is just like banging around. Like, what? Oh, okay, he's brought like 3 toys in here. Okay, book with autumnal vibes. The book I picked for that is going to be this one, If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. So this book is a dark academia book set in that academia setting. It seems to be centered around a killing where the main characters are trying to make themselves be proven innocent, and I think there's a lot more that goes into this book. I've seen so much hype and things about it, like that it's just really good. Like, it's just genuinely a good work of literature, and I am very excited. I feel like autumn or fall is just the time to read literature books or like fiction, and just not like, you know, the romances. It's the time to bring out the heavy stuff, the Secret History by Donna Tartt kind of stuff, and that's what this book gives me the vibes of. Not that I've read that book or own it, but I just get those vibes. So yeah, this one screams autumnal vibes to me, and that's why I'm going to be reading it for that prompt. Which I was already planning to read it in October anyway, it just happens to fit the prompt. So then we have prompt number 2, Friday the 13th, which is to read a book with a number in the title. And so this also is one that I'm doubling up on, because prompt number 4 is Child's Play, read a middle grade book. So this one is going to count for 2 and 4 for me. It is this wonderful, wonderful throwback of a book. This copy is so beat up because I loved it so much in middle school. But this is a middle grade book called The Chronicles of Vladimir Todd, 8th Grade Bites. It is a series centered around a vampire named Vladimir Todd who goes to 8th grade. We like follow him in the series from 8th grade to 12th grade, going through life and going through school as a vampire. And like, there's certain vampire hunters like constantly trying to kill him and stuff like that. It's just so good. And he's also trying to hide the fact that he's a vampire from everybody else. I honestly think this was like my first real like book crush. Like, I love Vlad Todd. I haven't reread this in so long, that's why I really want to. It's so short. It's definitely a middle grade book. It's perfect for middle grade and high school. It's just a book I love so much, and it stood the test of time because I still love it. Well, I haven't reread it yet, but I just have such fond memories and nostalgia connected to this book. It's just everything to me. I literally wrote on the inside of this book, owned by Andrea, in parentheses, I'm a vampire. I will try to show y'all. Do you see that? I can't. If that doesn't tell you what kind of person I was in middle school, I have no better way to explain myself than this. Okay, prompt number 3 is Nightmare on Elm Street, read a book at night. For that one, I'm going to continue my read of The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. This is a essay collection by John Green where he writes about various things, but they all have in common that they're all centered around humanity and like the human experience of being alive and being on Earth and being just a entity that has the ability to live. I don't know, he's very complex and philosophical and I love it. I eat it up. I just love like everything he writes, and I love that this is a non-fiction work of his. I am on the 7th essay in here, which is called Diet Dr. Pepper, and what's really cool about this book specifically is that John Green, he writes essays about things, but then at the end of every single essay, whatever he wrote an essay on, like for example, the next one I need to read is called Diet Dr. Pepper, he literally just goes on a tangent about Diet Dr. Pepper and then he will rate it on a 5-star scale. So he does that for random ideas, things. Diet Dr. Pepper, he rates it on 5-star scale. Like, it's just really interesting to me. I don't know how else to push this to people other than it just sparks my interest so much, and I learn a lot from every single essay, and I feel like a lot of people could gain so much. But I'm gonna be reading this like a story every night, or like a couple stories every night, so that's gonna be for prompt 3. Okay, so skipping 4 because I'm doubling up with 8th grade bites for 2 and 4. Number 5 is Scream, my favorite Ghostface, my favorite like slasher villain and slasher movie, Scream, if anybody wanted to know. But that one is book that keeps you guessing, so read a book that keeps you guessing. For this one, I'm going to be reading Strike the Zither by Joan Hay. This book comes out, I believe, on October 25th or 26th. The end of October. I have an ARC of it on NetGalley, so I have an e-ARC, so I'll be reading it on my phone. But I love The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan Hay. Like, that book is phenomenal. It's so good. It's a sci-fi, dystopian, futuristic type of book. It's just incredible. Joan Hay's mind, another level. But Strike the Zither is a fantasy, first in a fantasy young adult. I don't know anything else about it, which is perfect because I'm taking this prompt as a book that keeps you guessing. I know I want to read this book, but I know nothing about it, so I'm going to be guessing the entire book because I literally have no idea what it's about, other than that it's a fantasy and it's Joan Hay, so I was like, heck yeah. And I need to get it done so I can put my review up before the release date because NetGalley, like, my score is really low. I gotta get that up. But that's what I'm reading for that prompt. Then we have 6, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, book set in the real world. For this one, I will be reading Normal People by Sally Rooney. I am so excited about this one. I've been wanting to read Normal People for a while now, and I am just praying, like on my knees begging that it won't be bad. Like, I want to love this book more than I wanted to love any book I've read this year. Like, I've just been hyping it up so much in my mind. I don't know why, but I want to love it so much. I want it to become like my new personality. I want to annotate it. I want to love this book. It seems really good. So it's kind of like a fiction romance about 2 people when they're in high school. One of them is really popular. The girl is like a loner, and they end up forming a bond and connecting over the span of years. And so it's just a basic like character study book, I feel like, but the fact that it spans over time and a lot of people like talk about it like it's something profound and different and it stands out against other books like this, I feel like it's just gonna be good. And like I said, I really hope it's good. When I do my October wrap up, future Andrea is going to be either very happy or very sad that this book lived up to my expectations or didn't. Next one is 7, I Know What You Did Last Summer. This one is to read a Backlist book, and I'm so excited about this one as well because I will be finally diving into The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I've been saving this book all year specifically to read it in October. Ever since I found out I'm going on this trip, I was like, I know I need to take this and read it on the plane because that's when I have the most time. I have hours of uninterrupted reading time, and that is like what I think I need for The Poppy War. So this book is an adult historical fantasy that deals with with warring empires, but it also dives into genderism, classism, and racism as well. And I've heard that it's pretty heavy of a book, that it has to deal with a lot of heavy issues, and I think I am finally in the headspace and ready to read this book, and I'm just so excited, and I can't wait. I know a lot of people cry and like think it's like really intense, and going into it I feel like I'm still going to be surprised, and I think I'm still going to really love this book. So 8 is Slumber Party Massacre, buddy read or read during a live show. For this one, I am buddy reading Master of Iron by Trisha Levenseller with my friend Sarah. This is number 2, the sequel to Blade of Secrets, a fantasy young adult duology. I love Trisha Levenseller. I'm very excited to finally read this. It came out like last month, I think in August. So I think it's going to be one of my favorites of the year, I hope, and I can't wait to dive into it. Finally, the last prompt is My Bloody Valentine, read a book with romance. For that one, I'm going to be reading The Midnight Girls. This just gives me October vibes. Like, I just feel the scary, spooky vibes. But Midnight Girls by Alicia Desenska is also one of my most anticipated books of the year. I feel like it's going to be really good. But it's about these two girls who are both, like, they don't know each other, and they are monsters, like literally monsters. They're sent to a kingdom to get the heart of a prince and take it back to their, like, patrons or matrons. What is it called? I think it's matrons. Like, they're like witchy monsters. But they gotta take the heart of a prince, and they both want the heart, but then they also both start to like each other, and it's a sapphic fantasy romance just all in one with monstrous girls. Like, it's honestly perfect. I can't wait. I loved The Dark Tide by Alicia Desenska, and I just think this is a really talented, underrated author, and I can't wait to read this one. Okay, so my camera's dying. I'm trying to hurry and finish this video, but that's all I'm gonna read in October for my TBR. There are a couple other books I may get to, but that's like my main priority. Let me know what you're reading in October, and if you're joining us in the readathon, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you want to. Also have my social media linked down below if you want to check it out. But that's all I have to say, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
3, 2, 1. Arguing again, arguing about something so simple. Make it clear, tell me why you're running back to him. Feeling insecure, feeling like there's more to your character. Every tear that you cry is worth it in the end. But baby, tell me, how have you not figured it